We've got a living miracle. 24-year-old Hannah Luce is the sole survivor of a tragic plane crash, beating the odds with courage, grit, and a lot of determination.
May 11th, 2012. We were headed from Tulsa, Oklahoma to Council Bluffs, Iowa. We were incredibly excited.
Hannah Luce was headed to a Christian youth rally organized by her father's Teen Mania Ministries.
I was like, oh, we should take a picture. We never take pictures.
She was one of 5 people on board a small twin-engine Cessna. 2 of her closest friends from Oral Roberts University were flying with her. 27-year-old Austin Anderson, a former Marine, and Garrett Cobble, a former instructor at the university.
We were in the air for an hour until something went wrong. Smoke began to clog up the plane. I had to block the smoke because it was burning in my eyes. We're trying to figure out how to survive. I began to realize that we may not live.
The plane went down in a Kansas field and burst into flames. Hannah was the only survivor, sustaining burns over 28% of her body.
My legs started to catch on fire. You just see the flames and you feel the heat. How will I survive? How will I get out of this alive?
Hannah writes about her survival and recovery in a new book, Fields of Grace, Faith, Friendship, and the Day I Nearly Lost Everything. Hannah Luce, nice to see you.
Hi.
How are you doing?
Man, I have to say I'm doing fabulous.
Yeah? You look good. I met you several months ago.
Yeah.
And I think you were still in a difficult time, emotionally and physically. Where do you stand today?
Well, I think it was all thanks to the family and friends that supported me, as well as the homeopathic doctors. I mean, I had so much support around me that was amazing. I got off all supplements. I got off all prescriptive meds and then went on all supplements and, coming out with a product line, Mycorrhizae, very soon.
Do you have full memory of what happened?
I do.
Yeah, so you remember the plane going down, you remember being in that plane, being trapped, you remember the fire?
Yeah. Well, it was a struggle because I was caught in the fire. My feet are in the air and my hands and my, and my body are laid, over one of my great friends, Garrett Cobble, and he had already passed and, I'm struggling to get out of the fire.
And the original story that came out, Hannah, was that your friend Austin, the former Marine, actually physically got you out of that plane. Turns out that wasn't actually the case, but you write that it was because of him that you were able to survive. Can you explain that?
Yeah, well, at the moment where I'm struggling to get out of the plane, I had to decide whether or not I wanted to live or die. That moment was real for me, and it's real for a lot of people. And Austin was, in many ways, a savior to me. He helped me to survive. As soon as I decided to make the decision to really live, not just live for anything, but to really, really live, to make a difference, to help to make the world a better place.
Like a lot of people in a situation like that, you've gone through survivor's guilt. You were the only survivor out of 5 people on that plane. You also...
I still go through that,
Still worry about why you?
Yeah, why me? Why, why are they gone and I'm still here? And yet I carry this around my neck. This is actually a shard of the plane, that I had collected, and I carried around my neck to remind me of the life that I choose to live, to make them proud.
You also write about the fact that you have scars, you have physical scars from the accident, that there were times where you would get in a shower or get out of a shower and look at yourself and feel rage about your scars.
Yeah, I'd be clawing at my skin, because in many ways you feel displaced. When you look in the mirror, it's not you. And so I had to, every morning when I'd wake up in the morning, I'd started talking to my skin, maybe I can't love you today, but tomorrow I'll love you a little more. And I started writing on my mirror saying, you will find beauty within tragedy. You will get out of this. You will get out of this not only alive, but thriving. You're a survivor. And that, that began to be a transformative process for me.
You put some of this very spirit into an organization you founded for women who've gone through tragic circumstances. Tell me about that.
Well, now it's not only confined, it's not just women, but it's also, right now we're focusing on Syrian refugees. So in November, I'm taking a team of doctors who have donated time, so there's a geneticist. We're going to help the Syrian refugees in Jordan this November. So it's going to be fantastic. I'm so excited.
So why me? You can answer the question now because you've got a lot to do. Hannah Luce, it's nice to see you.
Oh, it's so lovely to see you too, Matt.
Me too. Stay doing well.